If you start crying, we're here.
Okay, the first group presenting tonight is going to be Shore Water Taxi. Shh. Let's listen to them present. Go ahead.
Good evening. I'm Natalie Cullors. We are here on behalf of Shore Water Taxi. I'd just like to introduce everyone. We have Caitlin, we have Emily, Natalie, Marquita, and Amanda. And we are unique as far as a new business. We are a complete female staff. I am CEO. All of us contribute to decision-making processes. We are all in the creative process. Our service is Shore Water Taxi. It's a taxi service, water taxi service in Annapolis and in the Annapolis-Chesapeake Bay area. This service is specifically for people traveling in the Annapolis area who don't need to spend the money on a rental car and they can easily get from place to place using a water taxi or walking. If you're unfamiliar with the Annapolis area, downtown Annapolis is a huge place for especially summer events such as the 4th of July, the boat show. So parking is horrendous. So if you have a visitor who can walk everywhere downtown, but maybe might want to venture over to the Eastern Shore, St. Michael's, anywhere in the Annapolis, South River area, Shore Water Taxi can get you there. We have a few risk factors that I wanted to talk about before we get into our presentation. One of them would be obviously drowning of crew or a customer. Another one would be a poor economy with high gas prices. Low traveler numbers in Annapolis. Extreme inclement weather could affect business hours. Changes in zoning laws as far as where we're allowed to conduct our business, the different boat slips we are using, and then lastly, lack of city government support. Maybe they might have something else in mind as far as water taxi services, or maybe they don't want to support us, maybe they do. I thought of a few solutions. We do have a few solutions for these risk factors. As far as operating a business in the open water, as far as drowning, all of our crew members are CPR certified and they do take the same tests that a person would take to become a lifeguard. So they are used to water safety, very experienced. Also, being a service on the water, we also have a close connection with nautical police, Coast Guard, if there's an extreme problem. As far as the economy being cyclical, you know, things are better or worse. Things that we can't control is the economy. Something that we can control is our changing fees, our service hours, how many passengers we decide to leave or take. Maybe on some days where we'd occasionally be fine with taking 5 passengers, low economy, we might wait for more. As far as low traveler numbers in Annapolis, it shouldn't be a huge problem just due to the fact that this isn't a purely traveler service. It is also open to the public. Citizens who also live in the downtown Annapolis area can easily use the water taxi service. Inclement weather, that would definitely affect our operating hours. Things to combat that as far as the business is that if we do have inclement weather, the business isn't necessarily shut down. We still have an office space. We still take calls, concerns, reservations if people are wondering when we'll start up and where we need to be. In the case of changing zoning laws, we could easily move our office space. We can easily get a new boat slip in a different location. One of the things we use to combat that is staying in close contact with city lawmakers and being aware of new and existing policies. Okay, as you know, Annapolis is a historic town. It's very popular for travelers. It's a beautiful place to walk around. That's why the water taxi is such a great thing to have as far as giving people the entire Annapolis experience, being by the water, on the water. As far as the Anne Arundel County area, it's $5 a person. Eastern Shore and St. Michael's area, it's $20 a person because of the distance, and it includes beverages. As far as being on open water, it can be sunny, you can be dehydrated. We do have food and beverages available if it is a long trip. And then we have other rates as far as large parties in Eastern Shore, reduced rates, give people deals if they're on a vacation, they want to take a trip to St. Michael's. If they want to take a large party, we do have different options available. And then we have our hours. And as you can see, we do stay open quite late on Fridays and Saturdays, which makes it convenient for not only people going downtown Annapolis as citizens, but also visitors. We are conducting our business with 2 boats, being at different sizes comparable to the size of the group and how far they're going. We do contain everything we need as far as being on the water, from GPS, safety gear, licenses, especially water safety, which is our prime concern as far as customer service. As I was saying before, we have food and beverages, gas is one of our components, of course, boat maintenance, boat slips, crew uniforms, and office space for non-seasonal hours. We can still conduct our business. Up here I have all of our product costs, approximately. We just have a small graph of some of our expenses between our apparel, our website, and our print ads. Marketing this type of service is especially important because not everybody thinks about taking a water taxi where they want to go, and they don't always think that's a good option. Right here we have our org chart. I am the CEO, so I'm at the top. We have the manager below that, and we have 5 captains. They rotate throughout the season. Then we have crew below them. Here's one of our first year budget, second year, and third year. As much as we market this and as much as we're in business, more and more people will know about it, not only visitors but citizens. That's it.
Okay, some questions from the back. My question is, it's hard to tell from those charts at the end, but what are your first year revenues going to be?
Our first year of revenues, we'll refer back to the slide.